can be concerning when your legs feel weaker, heavier, or sore after the age of 60. Simple activities like standing for long periods, walking, or climbing stairs may become difficult. The reason for this might be unexpected and related to your diet. Certain foods and even two specific vitamins, often considered healthy, could be contributing to the loss of strength in your legs. Many vitamins are promoted as beneficial, but some can actually weaken your muscles, strain your joints, and make your legs feel unsteady and uncomfortable. These harmful elements might be present in your everyday meals and drinks, gradually causing this weakness. You might even be taking these two vitamins, purchased from a pharmacy with the best intentions, without realizing they are accelerating muscle loss and undermining your leg strength. This information aims to reveal the truth behind certain supplements and foods that may be causing fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and recurring pain. You will learn what to avoid and what changes to make to regain your energy, vitality, and independence. If you want to maintain strong and healthy legs for years to come, it is important to understand these hidden dangers. For instance, sweets and sugary desserts, often seen as a source of comfort and enjoyment, can be detrimental to your leg health after 60. Consuming too much refined sugar can trigger inflammation in the body, especially in the muscles and joints. This chronic inflammation can make your legs more sensitive, uncomfortable, and susceptible to deterioration. High sugar consumption is also directly linked to increased insulin resistance, which depletes energy in the muscles. When muscles don't get enough energy, they become weaker and less efficient. Furthermore, excess sugar contributes to weight gain, placing additional strain on your legs. Every extra pound requires more effort from your lower body, increasing wear and tear on muscles and joints and leading to discomfort and weakness. This is especially concerning for older adults who naturally lose muscle mass with age. Most factory-made sweets also contain chemical additives like dyes and preservatives that can worsen inflammation and disrupt the body's natural balance, directly impacting the muscular system. A healthier choice is to replace these sweets with natural alternatives, such as fruit with cinnamon or homemade desserts with less sugar. You can still enjoy dessert by making smarter decisions that benefit your body. White bread, a common breakfast and snack food, can also be detrimental, especially after 60. It is made from refined flour that has been stripped of most of its fiber and essential nutrients. This makes it a rapidly absorbed carbohydrate that causes a spike in blood glucose levels. These spikes directly impact muscular health, particularly in the legs, leading to fatigue and weakness. Regular consumption of white bread contributes to metabolic imbalance. Being low in fiber and high on the glycemic index, it increases insulin resistance by hindering the entry of glucose into muscle cells. This, in turn, affects the energy and strength needed for daily activities. Finally, for individuals over 60, consuming alcoholic beverages can be particularly harmful to muscle and joint health. As the body becomes less efficient at metabolizing alcohol with age, its negative effects are magnified. One of the key consequences is difficulty in absorbing vital minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. A deficiency in these nutrients weakens muscles and makes bones more brittle, increasing the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol also directly impedes muscle repair, meaning that after any physical activity, the body takes longer to recover, leading to prolonged pain, fatigue, and a greater chance of injury. Alcohol also causes significant dehydration, which is profoundly detrimental to muscular health. Dehydrated muscle fibers lose their flexibility and elasticity, making them prone to unpleasant cramps and increasing the risk of strains and tears. Furthermore, alcohol directly impairs the function of the liver, an organ that is crucial for synthesizing many of the compounds vital for tissue health and repair. When the liver is compromised, its ability to support the body's natural healing processes is diminished. This means that after any physical exertion, from a simple walk to more structured exercise, the body requires a much longer time to restore and repair muscle tissues. This extended recovery period often manifests as prolonged pain, persistent weariness, and a heightened chance of sustaining further damage. This pattern of high risk and low nutritional reward extends to other processed foods. Industrially made cakes, for instance, are filled with processed sugar, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives that disrupt metabolism and irritate the body. The trans fats, used to improve taste and extend shelf life, not only lower good cholesterol and raise bad cholesterol, but also directly compromise blood flow, depriving leg muscles of essential nutrients and causing them to deteriorate over time. This can lead to a loss of lean mass, joint stiffness, and mobility problems. These foods are also nutritionally bankrupt. While high in calories, they lack the protein, calcium, and magnesium that are vital for muscle contraction and bone health. Consuming them is like trying to power a high-performance engine with contaminated fuel. It simply leads to system failure. The saturated fat, often from inexpensive vegetable oils or lower-quality dairy fats, directly harms your cardiovascular system. Its mechanism of damage is insidious. These fats contribute to a rise in LDL, bad cholesterol, which can become oxidized and form the basis of atherosclerotic plaques within your arteries. Think of your circulatory system as a complex network of flexible highways. Saturated fat makes the walls of these highways more rigid and stiff, and plaque buildup acts like a series of ever-worsening traffic accidents, narrowing the lanes and causing major blockages. This process, known as atherosclerosis, severely restricts blood flow. For your legs, which are the farthest outposts from the heart, this means a critical reduction in the supply of oxygen-rich blood and vital nutrients. This circulatory deficit is the root cause of many leg-related issues, manifesting as a feeling of numbness, persistent tingling, or even painful cramps, as your muscle tissues are literally being starved of what they need to function and repair themselves. Simultaneously, the immense load of refined sugar unleashes a chaotic energy crisis within your muscles. When you consume a sugary ice cream, your blood glucose levels skyrocket. Your pancreas responds by releasing a flood of insulin to try and manage the sugar surge. The result is often an overcorrection, leading to a rapid and dramatic crash in blood sugar known as reactive hypoglycemia. This roller coaster of extreme highs and lows is incredibly stressful for your body and destabilizes your muscular energy supply. Your leg muscles, which require a steady stream of glucose for sustained energy, are left weak, heavy, and far more susceptible to exhaustion. This instability makes even simple tasks like climbing stairs or walking across a room feel like a monumental effort. The regular consumption of milk chocolate, whether as a daily treat or a comforting dessert, can have a more serious effect than you might imagine. It creates what can be described as a metabolic overload. The high sugar and saturated fat content places a significant burden on your liver and pancreas, which must work overtime to process these substances. This diverts precious metabolic resources away from other critical functions, such as muscle repair and tissue regeneration. This metabolic disruption has direct consequences for your lower body. The high calorie density of milk chocolate, combined with its tendency to spike insulin, is strongly linked to weight gain, particularly the accumulation of visceral fat around the abdomen. This added weight shifts your center of gravity and places immense, continuous strain on the weight-bearing joints of your hips, knees, and ankles. This continual overload accelerates the wear and tear on your cartilage, promoting the decline of joint health and leading to pain and stiffness that make movement difficult. Think of it as forcing a finely tuned machine to operate continuously under a load it was never designed to bear. Breakdown is inevitable. By choosing milk chocolate, you are robbing your body of the opportunity to fortify itself, instead choosing a path that leads towards muscular decline and joint degradation. The canned goods aisle and the processed snack shelf are paragons of modern convenience, offering food that is affordable, long-lasting, and ready in moments. However, this convenience comes at a steep price for your long-term health, particularly for the strength and function of your legs. These foods often represent a triple threat. They are dangerously high in sodium, nutritionally depleted, and can be a source of chemical contaminants. First, the extreme sodium content in many canned foods, processed snacks, and filled cookies is a primary driver of fluid retention or edema. From a physiological standpoint, your body strives to maintain a precise balance of sodium and water. When you ingest an overwhelming amount of salt, your body desperately holds onto water to dilute it, leading to swelling. This is most noticeable in the lower extremities due to gravity, resulting in heavy, swollen, and painful legs and ankles. For individuals over 60, especially those who may already have hypertension, This is incredibly dangerous. The excess fluid volume and the direct effect of sodium on blood vessels cause a significant increase in blood pressure, forcing your heart to work much harder and damaging the delicate inner lining of your arteries over time. This exacerbates the very circulatory issues that are already starving your legs of oxygen and nutrients. Second, the industrial processing these foods undergo strips them of their inherent nutritional value. The high-heat treatments used in canning destroy many of the essential vitamins and minerals needed for muscle function and energy production. Filled cookies and processed snacks are formulated from the ground up using refined flour, processed sugars, and unhealthy fats, offering virtually no beneficial fiber, proteins, or micronutrients. The result is a diet that provides calories but very little actual nourishment. You are essentially eating aggressors disguised as food. These items not only fail to provide the building blocks for strong muscles but also actively stress your vital organs. The artificial dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers must be filtered by your liver and kidneys. When these organs are constantly overworked, their efficiency declines, leading to a systemic buildup of toxins that promotes fatigue and inflammation. The third threat comes from the packaging and the ingredients themselves, specifically the type of fats used. The trans fats, often listed as partially hydrogenated oil, found in many processed snacks and baked goods are a key inflammatory factor in the modern diet. This synthetic fat is created to be stable and cheap, but it is disastrous for your health. Trans fats not only block arteries by raising bad cholesterol and lowering good cholesterol, but also interfere with the function of cell membranes, making them rigid and hindering the flow of nutrients and oxygen. This poor irrigation of the leg muscles results in discomfort, weariness, and a feeling of unsteadiness. This trifecta of compromised circulation from sodium and trans fats, coupled with weakened blood vessel walls, creates the perfect conditions for the development of varicose veins, chronic aches, and a persistent feeling of weightiness while walking. What appears to be an innocuous appetizer or snack can, over time, become a primary source of your diminished strength and daily discomfort. Ultimately, these convenient but hazardous foods all contribute to a vicious cycle. They provide a quick hit of flavor and energy, followed by a crash that leaves you feeling hungrier and weaker, promoting more consumption and further weight gain. They deplete your body of essential nutrients while simultaneously burdening it with inflammation and circulatory stress. Each mouthful, in essence, is a choice that can either fortify your body or diminish its capacity to keep you strong, healthy, and functional for years to come. We have journeyed through the kitchen, exposing the hidden dangers in everything from sugary desserts and fried foods to processed meats and convenient canned goods. Now, we arrive at the most crucial and perhaps most shocking revelation of all. The final culprits that may be actively weakening your legs are not just foods, but substances that are often misunderstood or even embraced in the name of health. We will now unmask a ubiquitous flavor enhancer that can disrupt your body's most basic commands, followed by the two essential vitamins that, when taken in excess, can paradoxically lead to the very weakness and fragility you are trying to prevent. In our modern food landscape, there exists a powerful and pervasive ingredient designed to make processed foods taste more savory, more satisfying, and more addictive. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG. While it provides the pleasant umami or savory taste, its effects on the human body, especially for those over 60, can be profoundly detrimental. It is a master of disguise, hiding on ingredient labels under a host of pseudonyms like hydrolyzed protein, autolyzed yeast extract, glutamic acid, and simply flavor enhancer. You will find it in everything from packet soups and seasoning cubes to frozen dinners, meat broths, and quick noodles. The danger of MSG lies in its function as an excitotoxin. In simple terms, it hijacks your nervous system's command signals. Your brain communicates with your muscles via chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. MSG mimics one of these neurotransmitters, glutamate, but in a crude and overwhelming way. It overexcites your nerve cells, causing them to fire erratically and excessively. For the intricate network of nerves that control your leg muscles, this leads to chaos. The result can be a range of distressing physical sensations. A deep, gnawing ache in the muscles, unsettling tingling or numbness, and an overall feeling of profound weariness. Some individuals experience a leaden heaviness or even slight tremors in their legs, a direct result of this neurological disruption. As we age, our bodies and brains become more susceptible to these excitotoxic chemicals. The blood-brain barrier, which normally protects the brain, can become more permeable, and our cells have a reduced capacity to handle the toxic load. This means that regular intake of MSG can cause persistent, low-grade bodily inflammation that specifically targets the joints, muscles, and even the blood vessels in your extremities. This inflammation compromises muscular function and impairs circulation, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of pain and weakness. Furthermore, foods high in MSG are almost invariably high in sodium, creating a devastating double jeopardy for your leg health. The MSG disrupts your nervous system while the sodium causes fluid retention, leading to swollen, edematous legs and elevated blood pressure. This puts immense strain on your entire cardiovascular system, further reducing the flow of oxygenated blood to your already stressed muscles. This additive also directly sabotages your energy metabolism at the cellular level, altering how your muscles utilize glucose and lowering their efficiency in transforming fuel into strength. Over the long term, a diet rich in these hidden excitotoxins can directly contribute to the loss of muscle mass and an increased reliance on others for basic daily tasks. The solution is to become a vigilant label detective. Take the time to read the ingredients on packaged foods. The most powerful defense, however, is to reclaim your kitchen and embrace the rich, nuanced flavors of whole, natural foods. Choosing to season your meals with fresh herbs like rosemary and thyme, aromatic garlic and onions, or a bright splash of lemon juice not only eliminates the risk of MSG but also provides your body with a wealth of beneficial antioxidants and phytonutrients that actively fight inflammation and support your health. This part may be the most difficult to accept, as it challenges a core belief in modern health, that vitamins are inherently good for us. And they are, but only in the right amounts. For two crucial fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin D, the well-intentioned act of supplementation can backfire with devastating consequences, particularly for the strength and integrity of your legs. The danger lies in the widespread and often unsupervised practice of self-medication, driven by the belief that if some is good, more must be better. This is a dangerous fallacy. Vitamin A is absolutely essential for a host of bodily functions, including sharp vision, a robust immune system, and healthy skin. A balanced diet containing foods like liver, eggs, carrots, and pumpkin easily provides all the vitamin A your body needs. The problem arises from potent supplements and the overfortification of processed foods, where a single pill or serving can contain a massive dose. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which your body can easily excrete when in excess, vitamin A is fat-soluble. This means it is stored in your body's fatty tissues and, most critically, in your liver. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and our liver and kidneys become less efficient at processing and clearing substances. This makes it much easier for vitamin A to accumulate to toxic levels, a condition known as hypervitaminosis A. When the liver becomes saturated, the excess vitamin spills out and begins to build up in other tissues, including your joints and muscles. One of the most prevalent signs of this toxicity is a dull, persistent muscle discomfort, particularly in the large muscles of the legs and back. This ache can be easily mistaken for arthritis or general age-related spinal issues, causing its true source to go undiagnosed. This discomfort is a direct result of the vitamin inflaming the muscular tissues. Perhaps the most dangerous effect of excess vitamin A is on your bones. It has a profoundly negative impact on bone metabolism, directly leading to demineralization. It works by stimulating the activity of osteoclasts, the cells responsible for breaking down bone tissue, while simultaneously inhibiting the activity of osteoblasts, the cells that build new bone. This creates a net loss of bone density, making your bones weaker, more brittle, and far more susceptible to fractures. No vitamin has been more heavily promoted for senior health than vitamin D. It is rightly celebrated for its role in calcium absorption and bone health, and many older adults are advised to supplement with it. However, the line between beneficial and toxic is perilously thin, and unchecked, high-dose supplementation can lead to a condition called hypervitaminosis D, with dire consequences for your legs. Like vitamin A, vitamin D is fat-soluble and can accumulate in the body. Its primary function is to regulate calcium levels in the blood. When you take too much vitamin D, it causes your body to absorb far too much calcium from your diet, leading to a dangerous condition known as hypercalcemia, excessively high levels of calcium circulating in your blood. It is critical to understand that high blood calcium does not equal strong bones. It is a state of severe metabolic imbalance. This excess calcium wreaks havoc on your muscles and nerves. Your body's electrical impulses, which direct every movement, depend on a precise balance of minerals. Hypercalcemia disrupts this balance, resulting in symptoms like unyielding leg stiffness, a disturbing burning sensation in the muscles, severe cramps, and chronic joint discomfort. Even more frightening is what this excess circulating calcium can do over time. It can lead to the unnecessary and dangerous calcification of your soft tissues. Imagine your flexible, elastic muscle fibers and the tough, pliable tendons in your knees, calves, and thighs slowly having hard calcium deposits laid down within them, turning them into something more akin to brittle chalk. This process makes these areas incredibly stiff, inflexible, and painfully uncomfortable under the slightest effort. A chemical that was supposed to be protective becomes an agent of wear and restriction, literally hardening your body from the inside out. The final insult from vitamin D toxicity is the damage it inflicts upon your kidneys. Your kidneys are the master chemists of your body, tirelessly filtering your blood to maintain mineral balance. When faced with the constant task of trying to excrete overwhelming amounts of calcium, they become overworked and can sustain serious damage. This renal impairment means they become even less efficient at filtration, which in turn can aggravate fluid retention and edema in the legs. This creates a devastating feedback loop. Excess vitamin D leads to excess calcium, which damages the kidneys. Damaged kidneys can't clear the calcium, leading to worsening hypercalcemia and more muscle and joint problems. Your journey to a healthier, stronger lower body begins with awareness. It's not about fear, but about empowerment. True health is found not in a pill or a convenient package, but in the mindful, balanced choices you make every day. By understanding these hidden dangers, you can navigate your diet with wisdom, nourish your body with whole and healing foods, and build a foundation of strength that will carry you forward with vitality and independence for years to come.